In this video, I'm going to show exactly how we can identify where sound is coming from. Coming up. Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And on this channel, I cover a bunch of hearing-related information to help make you a better informed consumer. So if you're into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. At least once a week, I lose my phone somewhere in my house, and I have to have my wife call it so I can carefully listen to it vibrate, and after about 3 or 4 times, I eventually am able to locate exactly where my phone is. Obviously, your hearing plays a huge role in identifying exactly where sound is coming from, and this requires the use of both ears, and this process is called localization. To understand exactly how localization works, we need to know about interaural timing differences, interaural level differences, and Pinna effects. First, let's talk about interaural timing differences, otherwise known as ITDs. This is the difference in timing that it takes for sound to reach one ear and then reach the other ear. So imagine that you have a friend calling you from the right side of your head. Their voice is going to hit your right ear before it ends up hitting your left ear. And the difference in timing tells your brain that that sound is coming from that direction. Second, let's discuss interaural level differences, otherwise known as ILDs. This is the difference in intensity of sound between your ears caused by the head shadow effect and distance. The head shadow effect is a phenomenon that happens when sound has to travel through and around your head before it can be heard by your opposite ear. By the time the sound reaches the opposite ear, it is typically 6 to 7 decibels softer than it was in the ear that was on the side of the sound source. In that same situation that I described before, where your friend is calling your name from the right side of your head, by the time that sound gets around to your left ear, it is actually softer in that ear than it was in the right ear, again triggering your brain to understand that that sound is coming from your right-hand side. This is why having 2 functioning ears is required to be able to determine where sound is coming from. So if you're someone who has single-sided deafness, even if you receive treatment for that single-sided deafness using cross or bicross, you're not going to be able to identify exactly where sound is coming from. Now, in some cases with amp cross or with a cochlear implant for a unilateral sided deafness, you may be able to get a little bit of localization back, and I will have a video in the description discussing these different treatment options if you do have single-sided deafness. Third, let's talk about Pinna effects. So normal hearing individuals are really good at identifying where sound is coming from in the horizontal plane, and they're also really good at identifying where sound is coming from in the vertical plane. Now, if you actually have something in your vertical plane that is completely centered with your head, you're not going to have a whole lot of timing or level differences between both of your ears. This is where the unique size and shape of your pinna comes into play. The shape of your pinna is something that helps you identify where in your vertical plane sound is coming from. And your brain is attuned to this over the course of your entire life. Now, there is an easy way to demonstrate this. If you can actually get a friend to jingle a set of car keys at somewhere in your vertical plane with your eyes closed, you can usually identify very accurately where that sound is coming from. But if you actually take your ears and contort them and kind of squish them around and then try to do the same thing, it becomes increasingly difficult to understand where in your vertical plane that sound is coming from. Now, if you're having issues in identifying where sound is actually coming from, then you absolutely have to go in and get your hearing evaluated, because that is what is controlling your ability to actually perform localization. Alright, there you go. Now you know how we use timing differences, level differences, and Pinna effects to determine where sound is coming from. Now that you know, here's a piece of advice. Never leave your phone on silent mode. Where is my phone anyway? That's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please share it. If you want to see other videos just like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check out my website, drcliffaud.com.